Okay, Designer Bums. Great name. Love that. One of the big companies. They've been around for a long time. I think they're like 10 this year actually. Started in Melbourne, so Aussie company, yay. They actually, the nappies actually used to be hand sewn in Melbourne. But with the demand over the years is now moved offshore. There's quite a fan base, bit of a Designer Bums community, if you will, which is fun. And the thing that's unique to, there's a lot of things that are actually unique to Designer Bums, and I'll go through some of them, but their prints are all hand illustrated, you know, they're specially designed illustrations and prints and patterns and things just for Designer Bums. I've got, I think, 5 in my stash. I've just got 2 with me. I've got the Little Red Riding Hood Nappy, which is cute. She's upside down. Really cute little nappy. I've got an Alice in Wonderland one, which I actually really love. And then this one I think is called Secret Garden. I'm sure someone will correct me if I'm wrong. But you can kind of see how they're hand illustrated. Just really lovely designs. Anyway, the nappy itself is a all-in-two pocket nappy. So for those of you that have seen my reviews before for other brands, you can use it as a pocket, or you can use it as an all-in-two, or you can use it as like a mixture of both. So this is a nappy that gives you lots of options to tailor make it to your child and your needs, or as they grow, you know. So as standard, when you buy a nappy, they come with 2 inserts. The anchor insert, which looks like this is like a long one with a bigger sort of bit at the back, which sits on the bum. So, and then just a snap-in insert that's just like that. You can also buy a trifold insert online, which you can use for extra boosting or overnight, pending your needs. The inserts are the anchor. The anchor insert is a 3-layer bamboo with a suede cloth topping. So if you don't put this in the pocket, if you have it against, you can put that against bub, and it's kind of like a stay dry layer. The little snap-in one, because this one has snaps on it. The anchor doesn't have snaps because it's meant to kind of sit in the pocket, whereas the snap-in one can snap in on top. That's how it's designed anyway, but you can use it however you want. It's your nappy, your child's bum. The snap-in is a 3-layer bamboo as well, also with a suede cloth topping on it. The trifold is a 2-layer, like a square. I don't have one to show you, which you fold up ×3, so it makes it 6 layers, and then there's an extra layer of terry, bamboo terry, I think, in the middle, so it makes it a 7-layer trifold in total. So the nappy shell itself, as most, has a PUL outer lining. I think it's a suede cloth inside, if that's what they're using for the inserts. I couldn't find that information, but it feels like a suede cloth inside. Pocket opening just at the back, not at the front. So the idea is that you put the anchor like folded up, and you put that in the pocket and it sits inside, and then the snap-in snaps in like that. They offer just the 2 risers at the front, so it gives you 3 sizing options, and they are a single row, not a double row snaps around the waist. Biggest thing with Designer Bums is that they are a trimmer fitting nappy, which is mostly, I guess, because they're just a 1 snap, but they just, I mean, when you look at that, it's quite a small nappy, and that's fully unsnapped, mind you. There's pros and cons with this. It won't suit everyone. Kind of doesn't really work for my son. I think as he gets older and bigger, I don't think these are going to work for him. But that's okay, because there are all different shapes of babies out there. So these are really, I would say, really, really good for small skinny babies, and children and infants. If you've got a skinny mini, designer bums would work for you, in my opinion. The other good thing is being so trim. They're not overly bulky. They don't take up a lot of space on the bum, so you can usually get pants over them and those sorts of things. So some people really like to have a trim nappy on the bub, and you'll see that in the fit videos. Price wise, they are the mid to high range pricing. That goes with, like, they've been around for a long time, you know, they know what they're doing. They've got lots of options for inserts that come standard, lots of layering, and the fact that their prints are really unique to them. They're $34.95 a nappy, and then extra for extra boosters and inserts and things like that. They do have value packs online though that bring the price down a little bit, so you can get 6 nappies for $200. So you can save a little bit there. This dad test, 5 out of 10. Dad, my man prefers not to touch these ones. Just too complicated. There's too many things going on with the inserts. There's too many options. Is it a pocket? Is it not a pocket? Here, I don't know. And they're hard and a bit fiddly to get on bubs. So I'm gonna say, like, it's a no-go for the dad test. If there are any dads out there that can fit them, good on you. The other thing I wanted to mention as well is I found the elastics around the leg and at the back, they're really tiny. Like, there's nothing wrong with them, like, it does the job, but can you see how small that is? I find that can be, can leave red marks. Like, the sort of the thicker the band can be a bit softer, whereas this is quite, I don't know, like if I had that against my skin done up, I'm not surprised that there's red marks. It's almost like a hair tie, if that makes sense, around your wrist. There's nothing wrong with some red marks as long as they go away, but that's just something to mention. That's one thing I kind of don't like I don't like about them. That's my personal thing though. So leg elastics are okay, but they're quite a small, yeah, they just don't feel as soft as some other brands. Washing and wearing, again, not my favorite nappy, and this all probably compounds onto why they're not really working for us. And I know that it doesn't mean anything, and it doesn't actually affect the way the nappy works, but I find that the washing constantly of these nappies just doesn't hold up. Like, there's heaps of pilling, the inserts get worn very quickly. You have to, they curl, can you see the curling? You have to like stretch them after you wash them while they're still wet before you dry them if you want them to lie flat, like if you're super, you know, OCD about it. It doesn't affect the way the nappy works, but it does make it difficult to stuff into the nappy when they're dry, if they're like this. Some of them are even worse. See the curling there? It's not, this one's not that bad. I have others that are worse. These ones actually aren't that bad. I think I've got one downstairs that's just shocking. So after a while, they have that really worn look about them. That's just something that bugs me. I don't know, like, yeah, they're nappies, they go on the bum, like they're gonna be worn like that, but I don't know, they just don't seem to hold up like some of my other brands. After, you know, I've washed them like say 5 times, I'd expect a little bit of wear, but I have some other brands that just, they look still brand new, and then these ones, just having to stretch them out just to stop that curling, just, oh, it's just a pain. It's something that mums just don't have time for, I think, in my personal opinion, but again, that's just me. And we're going to start off with this adorable little Alice in Wonderland print. So cute. And we'll see how we go. Keen to try them as they're a single snap. And I don't think I've tried a single snap yet. Hopefully they will last a while because we have to go to the post office this morning. So fingers crossed we don't get any leaks while we're there. I've sort of stuffed it, I've decided to stuff the larger insert in the pocket, the big long snake one, that the contoured snake, it's doubled over in there, and then I've just snapped, because there's only one place to snap in an insert, and this little sort of booster snaps in. So I've decided to go with both, because we're going out. I thought I'll go with both inserts because I don't need any leaks while we're out. And then maybe when we come home I'll try just having one in there just to see how long it lasts. So we'll put this on Bub and we'll see how long we get. Yeah. Okay, so they're quite a trim nappy. Some people find them quite difficult to fit, so we'll see how I go. We'll just snap this up and see. Just doing a bit of a chicken thigh situation. See how we go here. Yeah, ooh. Okay, so the only thing that's a bit weird about these is the tag is in the most weird spot. It sticks out, you know, and it's like, that's just aesthetic. It's not affecting the, you know, the way the nappy works or anything. But when you're taking photos, God, it's annoying. It just sticks out there. Anyway. Okay, I think we're okay. I don't think I need to reduce the risers, which means he's actually fully let out, which is, but he's quite a tall, long, I've got a very long bub, so that's not necessarily surprising. And if I removed one booster, I might be able to get away with snapping a rise snap up. I just don't think it'll, I think I'm going to get leaks out the top if I make that any smaller. So I think I'm going to go with that. I'm pretty happy with that fit. It actually wasn't terribly difficult to put on. It's quite soft around the legs. Yeah, we'll see how we go. It seems like a good fit. So I'm pretty happy with that, and it's really cute and reasonably trim without being too small, I think. So yeah, we'll give it a go. Okay, so it's been pretty much exactly 4 hours and we've had a leak, pretty big leak, but that's pretty much at the 4-hour mark. So I'm quite impressed for such a trim nappy. It's lasted quite a decent amount of time actually. So we'll just change him. We'll have to have a costume change as well. That's all right. Yeah, it's very, very wet, obviously because of the leak, but up until that point, it's done its job. It's great. The inserts are wet pretty much all the way through to the back. So they've done a really good job. And of course, being second-hand nappy as well, I would hope that those inserts have been washed quite a few times, so their absorbency should be quite good. So yeah, really impressed with that. We'll pop the next one on him. Okay, so this one I think I'm going to do without this extra insert. So I've just got the long snake, contoured snake in the pocket. I just want to see how long that's going to last on its own, just out of curiosity. So I'm going to pop that on him and we'll see how we go. Don't expect this to last very long, to be honest. It just feels weird. Not having that extra insert in, but let's see. I love this nappy. Such a pretty print. Yeah, that's really very, that just feels like that's not going to do anything for very long. I don't feel like that's going to last long at all. Oh, well, let's see how we go. Might be able to make that a little bit tighter. Just tighten it up because I don't have that extra insert in there. But yeah, I don't expect it to last very long, but we'll see how we go. I'm just interested to see. Maybe that's too tight. I'm just interested to see how long it lasts just with the one. Just with the one insert in there. Yeah, there we go. So this is the second designer bums nappy I've had on him today, and it has now been on him for 3.5 hours with just the one insert. So I've just got the long snake insert in there doubled over. I haven't put the booster in, and I'm impressed. 3.5 hours later, it's still on him. It's just gotten wet now. Around the leg elastics, so if he had pants on, it would definitely have leaked through because it's quite wet out here, but I've only got the one insert in there, so it probably would have leaked around the 3-hour mark, I would suspect. Yeah, so I'm actually quite impressed with these nappies. They are quite trim, they're on the smaller side, so I don't know how long they're going to fit him for, considering that I'm all the way snapped out on the rise snap. So if you have quite a big chunky baby or a really tall bub, they may not fit them when they get into that really chubby stage. I don't know. I'm going to keep them in rotation and use them, but it may be a situation where he kind of grows out of them and then he grows back into them just because of their make, because they are quite a trim nappy. But that being said, I suspect they would be really, really good on newborns because they have the ability to be quite, made quite tiny.